Good morning, everyone. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, canning recipes, a little bit of everything. It's nice and cool right now, so I'm in the high tunnel going ahead and picking what I can pick. I'm getting quite a few tomatoes. I don't know if you can see those. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some salsa out of these. I got some daikon radishes, a couple of turnips, and I have some more beets. So last week I canned, I think 3 quarts of beets, and then we have been powdering the rest of them. I think I'm probably going to powder these as well. So we're having some really nice cool nights that is allowing these tomato plants to continue to bud out. We're kind of more back into a seasonable, what we would think should be happening this time of year. We've been kind of in the lower 90s, but at night sometime earlier this week, we were kind of in the, we got around 51, 53. This morning, I think it was 63. We've got a kind of a northwest wind blowing, so I'm trying to take advantage of the cool and get in here and do some pruning on these tomato plants so we can keep the airflow going. That wind's coming through, feels good. And going ahead and picking what tomatoes we have. Now Greg and our brother-in-law Joe have a trencher going, and they're laying the plumbing to Pop's house today. So pray about that, guys. So I've been pruning back my squash and zucchini because, guys, it's just getting beaten pretty bad by the wind out here. Our wind has been non-stop except for a day or two, and when it's not blowing, it is atrociously humid and hot. So this is the last of my carrots, guys, this year, but I'll be replanting really soon for the fall and then the winter. We have grown carrots in 3 different stages this year. So although many of my cold weather plants have been pulled, my onions have been curing. I still have a little bit more that are curing. My celery is just about done, and I'll show you what I did with that to try to keep it going. But look, my kale and my chard is still doing fine. The chard is absolutely delicious and delightful. So we're going to keep these going. I might have to prune them back a little bit so that they can get some airflow, and just make sure that we're going to try to keep these, because our kale and our chard and many of your greens are just vitamin and mineral rich. Now I've never done this, guys, but we did go ahead and cut the celery down, and you can see it's still getting some stalks wanting to bolt, but I'm going to see what happens with this. So now I have these extra tubs that the carrots were in. I'm going to replenish the soil a little bit, and I'm probably going to go ahead and plant some more squash and zucchini in here, since mine outside is getting wind beaten. So I'm getting ready to start harvesting my celery seed. It needs to dry a little bit more, guys, but it looks like I'm going to have quite a bit of celery seed. So Greg's getting ready to trench over here, and we have a whole nest of snake eggs right here. We think that he stepped on one, and he said it looked like it was more like a rat snake, which we're fine with. But if any of you know what kind that might be, let me know. So things are very busy around here, guys. Got lots to do today and tomorrow. We want to take this time to pray for our veterans and pray for our service men and women. Memorial Day is for those that we have lost. So we want to pray for those that are in service now, and pray the Lord's covering over them to make sure that they're safe, and all of our allied forces. Lord, we just lift them all up. We lift all our military families up. We lift up those who have lost someone in the military throughout the years, and we ask that you give them comfort and peace, Lord, and that you help us to celebrate and help our country to unite. Sometimes there's just no words to say what's going on in the world and what's going on in our own country, and I'm sure you guys are all aware of what happened in South Texas this week, which is very tragic, horrific, unbelievable, and I pretty much can't really watch it anymore. I know that there's going to be more details that's going to come out, but I already know what has already come out, and it's disturbing, and sometimes you just don't know what to say, but we do know what we can do, and we can pray. We can pray for those families, and we can pray for our students. I pray for my grandson, and we can just pray that the Lord keeps us all safe and keeps our families safe, and pray for strength for those families down there. Pray for the law enforcement. I know that they're probably going through a very traumatic time as well. Again, I know enough. But I do know that we need to pray. We need to pray, and we need to ask the Lord to guide us and to guide our families, and to be just strengthened, because guys, I really don't see it getting any better, and I just see it continuing to get worse. But we are covering you all with prayer. Cover us all with prayer. Hopefully we'll have Pop's Tiny House done this weekend, and as far as wars go, lest we not forget, that's for my brother-in-law Greg, who served in the Australian military, and his son is in the Australian military. Lest we not forget, my pop is a veteran, and I know a lot of you are veterans, guys, and I know it's not Veterans Day, but it's Memorial Day. But you know what? I'm thankful that we have all our veterans and that they're safe with our families. Take care. God bless. We'll be in touch and keep you updated. Stay tuned.